Hi everybody. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to start a new series, and this series is going to be called the Worst Tinder Date series. I have met so many guys off of Tinder, and you would think that this would teach me a lesson to not get on Tinder, but my dumbass still decides to continuously get on Tinder. So I'm going to start off with number one worst Tinder date. I can't tell if this is going to be the highest or the lowest for you all, but this is the one that just recently happened to me, and it's not even just a date, it's like the continuance of whatever relationship I was trying to build with this person. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So I met this guy, his name was Eric. Yes, I am using real names because how many of these people are in the world? Yeah, I'm using real names. Fuck what they talking about. So his name was Eric, and basically I met him on Tinder. I decided to up the age range a little bit because I was just like, I'm really tired of these immature, broke ass little boys like who don't want to take you out on dates. They only want to stay at your house. You know, all they care about is like sex. Not even saying that older guys don't, but I just wanted a whole new type of relationship with somebody, and I figured going older I would get treated more of how I wanted to get treated, and unlike all the crazy ass shit that has happened to me or how I've been treated in the past. So I decided that I was gonna go older. Ends up matching with this guy, and basically he asked me like, where is the first place that like I want to travel? And I tell him, I just tell people either Dubai or Maldives. I don't know if it's Maldives or whatever. That's where I want to travel. And so then he starts telling me that he works at Sony Music and that he has cancer, and just kind of what he's looking for. Like, he's not looking for something that's like artificial. He's looking for like something real. Now I know you guys are like, he got cancer. Yes, you all, he told me that he has brain cancer. This guy, which I don't know what brain cancer looks like, and so I will be ignorant to the fact that I have no clue, you know, if you are supposed to act a certain way or look a certain way when having it, or if everything is completely normal, it's just something wrong with your brain basically. And so when he told me that didn't really stop anything, because I figured he was just the type of person who was just trying to live his life, and I admire that he wanted to travel and see all these things, you know, and not even know when he's gonna pass or not, but he just knew exactly what he wanted to do, and I really like that about him. And so I was completely fine with him having cancer. After a couple days, we decided that we were gonna meet up. Now, despite what you might think, our meetup was actually cool. You know, it wasn't like the worst date thing only comes into like the whole worst relationship type thing. So basically, the date was cool. He sold me, you all, on these fantasies of all this shit that he was gonna do for me, right? He was the type of guy who had money and wanted to take care of whoever he was with, which I'm completely down for. If you all know me or follow me on Instagram or Snapchat or anything, you know I'm down for it. Like, I will do for myself, but I also have nothing against guys doing for me. So he was telling me that he was gonna pay all my debts to society, y'all, credit card bills, all that shit, like all of it was gonna be gone. That he wanted me to basically, after he passes, he was going to leave the Range Rover to me and all this shit. Now, you think this shit's moving pretty fast, but I was just thinking in my head, like, because this guy feels like he's gonna die or something like that, then maybe that's why he's moving so fast. But again, I wasn't talking to him because of that, because when he said that he had cancer, my first ding 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 was not like, this guy has money, he's gonna die, let's juice him for everything he has. No, it wasn't like that. But you know, when he would talk like that, I would kind of get like uncomfortable, because then it was like, well, you don't know. I mean, you could beat it. Like, you can't just say you're gonna die, or, you know. But it was weird how fast things were going in the first place. So he asked me to be his girl. Now, me not thinking, in old talk, that means like your girlfriend. Like, I don't know, maybe in younger talk too, but I just feel like if you want somebody to be your girlfriend, you say, I want you to be my girlfriend. But he said he wants me to be like his girl, and I just figured like his like main girl, like, you know, like the person that he's fucking with and all that. But no, he really wanted me to be his girlfriend and wanted me to be his man. I mean, not me to be his man, for him to be my man. And so I'm just rolling with it. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this guy is talking about a bunch of shit that none of these niggas have talked about. And so that's fine if that's what he wants to do. You know, like, yes, we are rushing into it, but I like him. He likes me. And like I said, he's been treating me right. Well, he's treated me right since I've met him or whatever. And like I said, he was clearly just selling me on all these fucking dreams of shit that was gonna happen, and we'll get to that. So after I got back from the date, I was just on the phone with my friend like, oh my god, like, this can't be real, this guy can't be real, like, he's really gonna be doing all this shit for me, he really seems like a caring person, he's really cool, like, I can't even believe I met a guy like this. So then it starts. Now, because I decided to make this commitment, sort of, didn't realize that comes with something. This guy is entirely too old to be on Instagram, any type of social media network. And he's also too old to be thinking so much about it. So he has a Snapchat and an Instagram. And it's really weird how he, like, goes about everything, because it's weird, okay? So basically, I would get on Instagram Live when I was bored, be talking to people, and then he would get mad at when the guys would say things that I just wasn't straight out, like, I got a man, y'all, leave me alone. Like, first of all, I'm not doing that shit, period. I don't know who you thought you were, you're not my husband. But even then, that's rude. Like, what am I, these people are having casual conversation with me because I'm on live. Like, what am I doing all of that extra stuff for? And so, yeah, like, this girl, she was like, she said she was an actress from Nigeria. She was like, she wants me to come to Nigeria and all this stuff, and she would pay for everything. I was like, oh, okay, girl, for real, like, let's go to Nigeria, let's turn up and all this stuff. Then another guy that I actually went on a date with once, he was like, yeah, like, let's go to Nigeria. I didn't even reply to it, but the guy was in the he was in the live, and so then he started texting me all this stuff and was getting so mad, like, well, you can go be with him. And it's just like, boy, calm the fuck down. It's been like 3 days, like, calm down. Shit has never been that serious. So basically, it turned into an argument about me not claiming him, and that basically I just needed to, like, show him off more and do all this stuff. And I'm just not finna do that. Like, I'm sorry, like, we not there. And also, because you're older than me, I don't have time for my messy ass family in my fucking business right now. Like, I don't. This shit has been happening for 3 days. You're not finna be all over my page, and that's just that. So he got mad about, like, live and stuff. He was get mad when I couldn't FaceTime him because I was getting ready for class. And you all, this was probably, this whole span of this stuff was 6 days when it was first happening, right? 6 days. So basically, he was telling me he would argue and then make up, and then basically he told me that he was gonna give me money and that he was gonna get me a brand new laptop. So he told me he was gonna give me a MacBook. He told me to pick it out and everything, and he also told me he was gonna give me $10,000. He said the majority of it was gonna be to just pay off my debts and stuff, and then the rest of it was for me, right? Day after day, a new plan was made, and it never went through. Like, he would always say, oh, you can come meet me for the money, or I'll come drop the money off, and something would happen as to where he couldn't have done that. So after a while, I was just kind of like, fuck it. Okay, so the last straw was basically one of the last day out of the 6 days where he told me he was gonna bring me this $10,000 in this MacBook. So basically we had planned to meet in the morning. Something happened where he couldn't meet in the morning. Then we planned to meet at 3 o'clock. Something happened where he couldn't meet at 3 o'clock. Then we were supposed to meet at, or 5 o'clock, one of them. And then we were supposed to meet after my meeting at like 8 o'clock. Then something else happened where he couldn't meet me at 8 o'clock. So I was just like, look, at this point, I don't think you for real, like, but I didn't say that. I was just more like, okay, do you want me to meet you somewhere? Because that's probably easier, so we don't have to keep missing each other on our schedules. And then he was like, well, why do you feel like every time I tell you something it's a debate? I was like, whoa, who said anything was a debate? I was trying to make it easier for you because it seemed like there's been a lot of issues lately as to why we can't meet. And he kept going. So I was just like, okay, I was replying really dry because I'm like, okay, like, nigga, okay, cool, like, but he kept going. Then he starts to belittle me and tell me that I'm basically, I only care about makeup tutorials and trips, and I don't care about what I'm doing after graduation, and I should already have stuff lined up, and just a bunch of bullshit. Like this nigga has never asked about any of my plans, nothing. So just assuming that he knows me. So then I'm like, look, I don't really want to talk about it anymore. You can really argue with yourself because we're not gonna keep doing it. We didn't argue 4 times out of the 6 days that I've known you. Like, it's getting ridiculous at this point. So he texts me or whatever, I'm not replying back, and then so he just decides to end it and then block me. So I'm like, shit, that's fine, because you were getting on my last fucking nerve anyway. Comes back a few days later, unblocks me, starts liking my picture, starts trying to slide his way back in, and then apologizes for talking to me like I wasn't a fucking human being. So I accept his apology because I'm not a very unforgiving person. I don't hold grudges like that. I accept his apology. Then we decide we're gonna start over. So he says he's gonna dedicate the whole week to trying to get me back. Day 1, he tells me that he wants to go on a trip. I was like, okay, cool. He says he wants me to bring this romper in one of my pictures. I'm like, all right, cool. Then he proceeds to comment under my picture and tell me which romper that he wants. And I'm like, okay, I liked the comment and that was it. Why y'all? Why did he make a big deal out of that? He basically wrote me saying he just can't do a like. I didn't even comment back to him. Like, he can't do that. Like, this not gonna work because I didn't comment back to him. I was like, look, you're the one who wanted to start over. After 1 day, you made it another issue. So then he was like, he kept telling, well, you know, I don't think this is gonna work out, but I'm still gonna keep my word and give you this stuff. Now mind you, before this, though, through those 6 days, he had told me that we were gonna meet up to get it, that he was either gonna drop it off to me, that I was gonna come over and get it, that he was gonna mail it. He told me, like, when it was supposed to come on Friday through the mail, he told me he messed up the address. When it was supposed to come Saturday at 10:30 in the morning, he said that it says delivered. He just doesn't know where it was. So it's going to come on Monday and they're going to call me to schedule delivery. Monday comes, they don't call me. He was like, he doesn't know what's going on. He was a pathological fucking liar, y'all. This nigga was just lying about everything. And so after that, you know, he told me that he was going to still try to send it to me. And I think this nigga's complete bullshit. He says he's actually going to send me the tracking number this time. So the next day comes. He says he's going to send it. He doesn't send it. Then the next day comes. I'm like, okay, well, you said you were going to send it, so I don't really see anything. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to send it today at 4. 4 comes along. Nothing is sent. I'm like, okay, well, did you actually send it? He was like, oh, I fell asleep. I'm about to get up and go send it. It's 7 o'clock now. I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't really seem like you're sending it because I haven't got a tracking number. He's like, babe, stop acting like a bill collector. I'm like, what are you talking about? You said you were going to send it. So honestly, if you don't send it today, I don't see the point in us even communicating anymore because it seems like you're lying. He was like, wow, I just love it when people give me ultimatums. First of all, that ain't no goddamn ultimatum. Like, you said you was gonna send it. If you don't send it, I'm not fucking with you. It ain't no ultimatum. And so he was like, yeah, he loves ultimatums. I was like, look, you haven't sent me no tracking number or nothing. He was like, look, well, I already sent it, but I can easily press stop delivery. I don't have time for somebody giving me ultimatums who only brings weave and coochie to the table or some shit like that. And then he blocks me so I can't respond. Blocks me on everything so I can't respond. Y'all, I got that text app so fucking fast. Sent him what I was gonna respond. Basically saying, nigga, you ain't never got no coochie. So fuck is you talking about? You weren't ever gonna get any coochie. I don't know why you would even say that. And then it's like, you wanted me so bad, you kept running back to me constantly. And I was like, you're a pathological fucking liar. All you keep doing is saying you're gonna do something which you clearly had no plan on ever doing. And I don't know if you thought that was gonna get you closer to some coochie, but it's not, bitch. So don't fucking play with me. At this point, I don't believe that nigga had cancer. I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe he worked for Sony. I think that nigga was just a flat out liar. That is my ending with him. He has blocked me on everything. I have done the same. After I got that texting app, I blocked him so he couldn't reply. Like, I was gonna get the last word, period. Like, I just can't with these niggas. This nigga was just lying for the fun of it. No proof of nothing. When he told me he got the laptop, never sent no receipts, no nothing, y'all. No picture of it. Nigga was lying. And it's like, why lie about some shit you don't have? That's not gonna get you any closer to any coochie, my nigga. It's not. Saying you have a private jet and all that, it's not. So, niggas, take notes. All that lying shit, you're gonna get caught in your lies. It's not cute. So that is the end of my story time for one of my worst Tinder dates or meeting somebody on Tinder, and I have a couple more to share with you all, so stay tuned. Again, if you want to follow me on Instagram, Deanna.Nycole, or you can follow me on Snapchat, Dirty Deanna with 3 Ys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you all. Bye.